Alright, boys. We're hamming back. We're back again. We brought some ham. We brought a bag of ham. Brought a couple hams.
Multiple hams for multiple cats.
Stacks and stacks of hams. Guys, we just saw the coolest
Holy shit.
fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And that was fucking Saiba did this fucking...
We had two people.
Yeah, two people.
Send super dope fan art of the image we requested in our Luigi's Mansion finale of Victor. Is this a Rick and Morty cosplay?
Oh my god, no! I thought it was just a dope headband, and it's just retarded Rick and Morty cosplay.
Pickle Mario!
No!
Pickle Mario!
Now I really look like Sonic, huh?
Rolling around at the speed of Mario.
That's the speed of Rick.
Speed of Rick.
A Mario Rick!
But we had suggested fan art of Victor.
Yes.
Sucker punching a 12-year-old.
Not sucker punching.
No,
manly directly fucking knocking this kid the fuck out.
Who does not know their place in the universe.
Yes.
And you guys fucking delivered.
They fucking nailed it. Oh my god, I can die now.
Dope ass fan art from Mecha G on DeviantArt of an extremely burly Victor.
Yeah.
Just fucking
like
wrecking a child.
They both used the line,
right
it's clobbering time.
Yes, while screaming.
I guess I probably did say that I was hulking out while I was doing it. I don't know.
I think you literally used the term, it's clobbering time. I think you literally screamed, it's clobbering time in your brand. So that was 100% accurate for them.
It's clobbering time.
So got some dope fan art from Mecha G. And then number one boy commenter who is always hanging out in the videos, Saiba, drew a fucking amazing animatic
the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Style, just decimating a fucking shitty 12-year-old while screaming
just
it's clobbering
shrekking
time.
it, man.
It was so unbelievably hyped to watch.
It's so badass.
It's on Victor's Twitter. He retweeted it. If you wanna go check it out. It was amazing.
It's the coolest shit that's ever happened. This show has now become completely worth it just for that one fucking animation. God, incredible. The comic was amazing too. Both of them just
so fucking good.
Hell,
just
dude.
reinforces the fact that we have the coolest coolest fans that watch the show.
This is why the show exists.
This is why I don't care about growing the audience.
So that could be made, yes.
Cause you guys are fucking dope.
It's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
We had a grand time sitting here watching the animation unfold and just screaming.
Oh, and then it ends with very clean.
And then it ends with very clean.
I hulk out, I say it's clobbering time, I nail that fucking kid, and then it says very clean. And I was like, yeah!
Like, midair, floating
yeah!
Very clean.
Very clean.
There he is.
That's the penultimate moment of my catchphrase in the perfect context of nailing a kid in the face.
So beautiful. Surely.
What an epic moment.
Art cannot live up to what this is.
You know what? Hallowscream was definitely worth the money for that.
Take it back.
That is the best thing that could have ever come out of Hallowscream.
God. It's so good.
Man. So many things of life built up for that moment to happen. It couldn't have happened without you. Couldn't have happened without them.
Couldn't have happened without fucking
our
shitty
entire
kids.
life built up to that animation being made, and it was incredible.
It's true. I mean, I don't. Where do we go from here? You know?
There's nothing. I mean, it's over. Deej Bros is over, guys. This is the last episode. It's over because that animation was too good.
God damn.
Oh, man.
So fucking cool. The best.
Not even overhyping it.
No, it's
legit.
truly fucking fantastic.
Whoa.
Tap.
Victor knows where all the hidden moves are.
Ooh, special
Swing.
boy.
I am a special boy.
You trying to nut in that fog?
I am gonna nut in that fog. For a second, I didn't realize you were referencing the name of the moon we got, and I was just like, whoa. That was a very uncharacteristic thing for Hope to randomly say. You trying to nut in that fog? Yeah, bro, I am trying to bust a nut in that fog.
Yes.
Got lightheaded. Guys, I have a mass in my nose.
It's true.
Possibly a polyp. The lady at Patient First had no fucking idea what she was looking at. She was like, I don't think it looks like a polyp or whatever the fuck. I don't know what it is because I work at Patient First and I basically...
Exactly.
I basically could be anyone. I could be anyone, like, literally, like...
I could be anyone.
Okay, it was funny because I go in about this. So the origin of this is that, like, for all week, it's felt like I couldn't fucking breathe very well. And then I realized one day, like, I'm not congested at all. Like, normally, you know, if I can't breathe, it's because I've got a stuffy nose, you know, and I'm snotting all over the place and shit. But this is like, I'm fine. Like, my nose is clear most of the time. I just can't fucking breathe at all. So it's like, but it felt like there was something in there, like a big booger I couldn't get out. So I kept trying to pick at it and shit, and nothing was working. I fucking stuck a Q-tip up there and wiggled around. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's in here. And then I finally, like, Hope's all making fun of me and shit.
After I fell asleep.
Yeah, Hope fell asleep and I was just like, alright, this is my time. And I go into the bathroom and I'm looking up in my nose in the mirror with the fucking, I'm shining a light in there to see if there's anything in there. And then I see that there is like some kind of fucking mass in there. And because I had already looked up what could have been blocking my nose. And I saw that a polyp was a thing.
Yeah,
because I didn't know that was a thing before.
I was aware of them.
And then I confirmed it was a thing. And then I was like, you know what? I bet that's what it is. And I looked in, and sure enough, there's a fucking thing in my nose. And then Hope's like skeptical. She's like, I don't know if I believe Victor. You know, just like with the circumcision, she's like, Victor's being dramatic. You know, his foreskin is bullshit. It's whatever. And then I'm like, all right, look up in there with the fucking light. I'll show you.
Well, it was more comical than that because we were trying to take a picture of it first.
Yes, I was trying to take a picture of it so I could show it off. And so we have a hilarious video of me. I'm trying to get Hope to shine the light in my nose so I can take a picture, and I'm going because I'm struggling. And it was fun.
That's what's happening.
They can't relive that moment.
No.
But it was a funny time. But anyways, so she looks up there and she's like, yeah, there's a fucking thing in your nose.
For sure.
It's definitely there. And I'm like, alright, so I gotta go to fucking, I can't just go to a nose and throat doctor 'cause, for my insurance. I have to fucking go and get a recommendation from Patient First.
Yeah, you gotta have a referral.
Yep, which means we gotta
health
spend
insurance is gay.
$30 on a copay at Patient First just for them to recommend me somewhere where I obviously need to go. And fucking, I come in there, and like, you go to the lady behind the desk and then say like, yeah, she's like, oh, what are you here for? I'm like, I think I've got a polyp in my nose. I looked in there, you know, this thing, took it out, whatever. She does the paperwork and stuff. And then like the nurse comes to get me because they do like the blood pressure and stuff.
Yeah, they do your vitals.
And like, the nurse is giving me all this shit because she's like, have you been here for this condition before? And then she's like, so how do you know it's a polyp? And I'm just like, I fucking looked it up. Like, there's a thing in my nose. I don't know what it is. I just know there's a thing in my nose. And she's like, do me a favor and stay away from WebMD. And I'm just like, why are you being a bitch about this?
God.
Like, I've got a thing in my fucking nose. And there's literally like 2 options of what that could be. And she's like, are you a nose picker? And like asking her all these fucking like prying for information. I'm just like, dude, I don't know. That's why I'm here. Like, I'm coming here so you can tell me if I'm right or not, you know?
Right, like that's
I'm
the
not
whole point of
fucking
going
doing
to the doctor.
self-remedies and shit. I don't know that it's a polyp, and that's why I'm here. And she's looking at me like I'm fucking insane. I'm like, whatever, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You're not a doctor. Get out of this shit. And then fucking, I'm waiting there for like 30 minutes. I brought Mario Odyssey on the Switch, and I must have got like 20 stars while I was fucking waiting around in Patient First. And, I'm waiting there, and then a doctor lady finally comes in, and, you know, she's giving me a little shit, and then she, like, looks up at my nose, and immediately she's like, oh, yep, there's a thing in there. And I'm like, no shit! Why would I be here?
I paid $30 to be here because I made it up. Duh.
Why would I be in here saying there's something in my nose if there wasn't something in my nose? It's not a fucking big booger. I'm not mentally retarded. There's a fucking thing in my nose. I'm not someone who jumps to go to the fucking doctor all the time. It's just there happens, sometimes one of my pupils is bigger than the other, and it's like, maybe I need to get that checked out. Because the options are like, oh, you could have either been born with it, or you have a brain aneurysm. You never know.
Hey,
go to the doctor. Better get an MRI. I don't want to go. I don't want to have a thing in my fucking nose. But it's there, and I might have to get surgery to have it removed if it's a polyp. I'm real jazzed about it, guys. I'm just waiting in line to go to the fucking doctor because I'm so jazzed. I'm so fucking hard on for the doctor, dude.
Exactly. Vic just loves going to the doctor. He loves spending the time and the money.
Yep. So she was like, oh, well, your nose is all fucked up. I'm like, no shit, give me a fucking referral. Gotta call and do that, then I have to call them and, like, make sure to verify my fucking insurance and shit. So next week, I'll go to the doctor, see if I have a fucking thing in my nose, and if it's just bullshit, and do I gotta get surgery, do I have fucking cancer? I don't fucking know, dude. There's a thing in my nose, though, and I can't fucking breathe well. It sucks ass.
Well, like, it was just kind of interesting because your breathing had really only gotten super bad over the past week, but you had explained to me that for like a long time when you sleep, in order to breathe better, you like squish your face with your arm to like open up your nose. And I was like,
so there's a possibility that
maybe
this
been
condition
there for,
could
like,
have
a while.
could have existed for a while, and it just didn't get like severe until now. I don't know. Because I never felt like I could feel something in there that I couldn't get out, you know? Beyond, like, congestion. But this is, like, some next level shit. So I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. Ugh. Where's the bridge? There he is.
There he is.
But yeah, that's what's going on with my nose. It's gross. It sucks.
It's Victor's nose.
Not convenient at all. Ah, God. The system. Fucking system, dog.
Yeah, man.
Everything is hell. Anyways, so I had a topic.
You did?
I got a topic, guys.
Alright.
Because Conrad was talking about in DigiMay, about sort of perfectionism and the work ethic of, like, it's better to get something done than to try to do something perfect and, like, never finish it, you know? And, like, half-assing it is kind of the way to go to get shit done. And I was thinking about half-assing it versus perfectionism, and I've definitely never been a perfectionist.
Right.
And I was thinking about how I think that helped me to an extent in school. Maybe it hurt me, I don't know. Because I've always been, like, a B+ student, you know? A B+ guy. Because, like, I try. I don't just, you know, completely phone it in. But I'm not a perfectionist. So, like, I do just enough to get that B+, but don't, like, lose sleep over it. And there's the saying of, like, it's better to give it like a 90% effort, because that last 10%, like, the last 10% of making it perfect, I'm not saying it right, there's an easier way to say it, but like, 90% of the work takes 10% of the effort or something.
Right.
Where like that last 10% takes up way more time than
getting
getting
it to a place where it's of acceptable quality.
Yeah.
Doesn't take nearly as much effort as perfecting something.
Getting it to perfection from acceptable takes like 10 times as much effort.
Yes, it's much
And
more
I'm like,
difficult.
yeah, I agree with that. And that's why I'm glad I never did that in school growing up, because like it wouldn't have paid off. Like, it doesn't end up working out in the, like, it doesn't, you don't get anything out of it in the end.
Right.
it just ends up being a waste of time. So I'm glad I spent my life being a B student, so I didn't stress myself out too much over it, you know, trying to be a perfect straight A student like a lot of people do, because it wouldn't have mattered.
like I did.
Yes, exactly, like you did, and it mostly didn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because yeah, I definitely I do have some residual desire to, you know, try to get perfect grades, but then when it, like, if it doesn't happen, I'm just like,
Yeah. You
whatever.
don't beat yourself up
It doesn't
over it,
matter.
yeah.
I try to do the best that I can, and then if my best is a B, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. I would never say, like, I still tried my hardest. It's just my hardest wasn't, like, losing sleep over it, you know?
Your hardest wasn't beating yourself up over making something,
Yeah.
you know, 100%
And there is
amazing, perfect.
There's one thing I did do in college that I put probably more fucking work into than, like, anything I've fucking done. And that was the animation I did, Mary's Adventure. And I was thinking about this, because I put so much fucking work into that, and I learned how to use, like, Adobe Illustrator and shit, and, like, did all these printouts and laminated the printouts for the stop-motion animation I did, that I put so much fucking work into. And this was for, like, I was in a little stop-motion animation class, and we had 4 projects total, and I got an A on every project. Because
Right.
that's how I am. I'm a good artist, and so, like, even my weaker effort is better than most people's best effort. So, like, it wasn't that hard for me. But this one project, I went all out, and I spent, like, a whole fucking week, like, hours and hours every day working on this project, really trying to make it perfect. And in the end, like, it's not perfect at all. Like, I fucked up a lot because I know what I was doing, and, like, it came out really short and not quite amazing, and, like, I got a super A plus 100 fucking % because I obviously, like, busted ass on it and it was pretty good. But, like,
But the return on investment wasn't.
yeah, I'd say with that one I had enough fun that it was worth it to me, like, having that experience. But then I still, like, the next 1 or 2 projects after that, I still got an A, even though, like, one of them I completely half-assed and still got an A because, like, it was still good enough. And I just didn't have enough time. I was working on other things. And the last one, like, I tried to put a bunch of effort into it again, but not, like, I didn't go completely all out. I kind of, like, realized it wasn't going to work out the perfect way and then just did the best I could. And I still got, you know, just as good of a grade. And it was, like, the one thing didn't matter that much in the end because it didn't really turn out perfect anyways. But that was, like, the one time I really, like, tried to do it perfect, you know?
Yeah.
And it didn't amount to anything. Didn't amount to anything. But yeah, you gotta, you know, every artist will tell you, you just gotta fucking throw darts at the wall. you just gotta keep creating so that you will have something, you know? Oh, I had a good quote from this guy. Hold on, I wrote it down. It was from Jordan Peterson. This is a guy who went on the H3H3 podcast most recently. He was really, really interesting, but he said, like, your goal in doing things should always be, you know, he was going on about, like, how you just gotta get it done. And then he was like, shit, I wrote it down dumb. Like, I thought I had written the quote down, but it was like
So
my
it's not a
shorthand.
direct quote, it's
Yeah,
paraphrasing.
I didn't write the direct quote down, so here's my paraphrasing. But basically, like, even if you do, like, a half-assed job, you're still gonna be better than you were. Like, the goal in doing things, in perfecting a craft, is to be better today than you were yesterday. And the only way to keep getting better is to just keep doing it, you know? And
Yeah.
you're gonna suck most of the time, because you can't be good until you practice. But you can't practice if you never try. But this is obvious shit. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because I feel like everyone's heard this shit a million times, and it should be obvious to anyone who's an artist. But we'll reiterate again, you know? You gotta fucking do it, man. Don't get bogged down in the perfectionism of it. Just go. You gotta go. You gotta make films. You gotta do the thing.
To the thing.
You gotta learn.
Kick the ball.
That was, you know, it's going along with my you gotta do free work before you can get paid thing, where it's just like you have to practice. If you never practice, you'll never be good enough. And like, how do you practice working if you're holding out to get paid every time? You can't. You gotta study on your. I do so much fucking camera research, guys. I've like outclassed most of the people I know in terms of general knowledge of cameras and like how they work and like that technology and like knowing the details about every camera on the market. Knowing the subtle differences between a $10,000 camera and a $30,000 camera. Even though like they're almost indistinguishable in actual quality. It's a nightmare. Oh,
Oh, Victor didn't know about a thing.
Who is this? Who is this now?
Nice.
Victor can do it. Where is this coming from? Oh, it's on like, oh, it's on this wall. Oh wait, I've done this. Yeah, okay. I did it on my other one. Yeah, I forgot. Because I came at it from a different angle, so it was weird. Yeah. Yeah, guys, we're doing it. Be the best artist. Yes, Victor mansplains again. This is the name of the show. We need to change it from Digibros to Mansplain Cast. Because Conrad mansplains too.
That's true.
No, neither of us know fuck about anything. That's the thing I realized about Conrad, even with his anime analysis, is that like he just assumes a lot of things and like speaks out of his ass sometimes. He knows. I'm giving him shit, but he knows. Conrad can talk out of his ass sometimes.
Can't everybody?
Like the good old sriracha water.
Yes, the sriracha water.
I killed myself.
Whoa. Well, hey.
Oh,
You
what is
didn't
this?
die.
Did I find a thing? Cool. Swing. Swing. Ah, it's back over here.
Throws you back over here.
I'm just gonna warp back over here.
Meanwhile.
Warping! Warp Star!
That's another thing that is kind of interesting is in that episode of Digi and May, they talk about how when they're, you know, when they're making content for the internet, they are Digi and May and not Conrad and Amanda. Like they're not themselves. Whereas when it's us, I think we're very much just
we're
Victor and Hope. Yeah. It's us.
I mean, we're talking a little more excitedly.
A little more hammy, but it's still essentially our personalities.
Like we don't speak to each other as loud and rant as much in person, but we're the same.
It hits a little bit ham, but it's not really any kind of. It's not like we're an alter ego of what we normally are.
Alter egoing or anything.
We just stay ourselves.
And then Conrad and May kind of have that thing where they don't have enough time to spend with each other to talk beyond doing a Let's Play show.
That is true.
Maybe that's where the dissonance comes from. Ooh, oh.
There he is.
Not that we aren't sitting around it was funny because they talk about sitting around making Pokemon sounds at each other, and
we don't do
me and Hope don't
like
do
that.
some faggy shit like make Pokemon sounds, but we do make dog and cat sounds at each other. That's our thing. We bark and we meow. Quite a bit.
Way cooler than Pokemon.
Way cooler than Pokemon sounds. We just do little gay ass barks and meows. We're real animals.
We're real furries.
Yes, we're real furries. We don't do any of that faggot shit. Any of that fucking
we don't
Japanese
need to pretend to be
queer
Pokemon.
Stuff. Yeah, Pokemon
we're actual
for
furries.
Queers. You got any more topics? You got a thing? How deep are we? Are we balls deep in this episode? Are we busting a nut right in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We are.
Are we?
We are.
Are we?
Yeah.
What was the time?
25.
Oh, 25? Alright, we can end it after this boss. Let's not get into a big thing.
Okay.
I don't know, unless we don't have enough to talk about for an entire next episode.
What?
We can be okay.
What? Huh?
Saying unless the next topic can't last us an entire episode.
I'm confused about what's happening.
My ass is happening.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Eat my ass.
Uh-huh.
That's what Bart should have said in The Simpsons, but they pussied out.
Pretty
And
sure The
they
Simpsons
eat
wouldn't
my
have been as
shorts.
mainstream if that's.
Yeah, but it
what
would have been
said.
better. It would have been a real work of art.
Yeah, that's one way to phrase it.
Eat my ass. eat my ass.
Wow.
I'm Bart.
Oh
eat
my
my
god,
ass.
you're so good at this. Did
Eat my ass.
Did you voice
I did.
Homer Simpson?
Yes.
I see.
Home Nog Simpson.
What? Shut up.
What's up, my nig nog?
Oh!
Still the greatest meme of all time.
Remember, guys, Victor is a racist.
Victor is a racist.
Because he said.
Because
said that
a
one of
cardboard
Conrad's
cutout of me
videos.
had a speech bubble above him in one of Conrad's videos that said, "What's up, my nignogs? I am a racist." Amazing.
Oh, fuck, dude. It's so
Fantastic. Oh man, we should go up here. This is cool. There's a cool spot here. Oh wait, we
Wait.
should end the episode.
good. Where you going?
There's you can run up this wall a whole bunch, and then there's like a. Oh wait, I already went up there.
Yeah,
Never
you
mind.
ran up a wall.
Never mind. Fucking Cappy's all, go to the next kingdom, bitch. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Cappy. I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
You don't own me.
See, that's where like the whole point of the game is like the exploration and shit. But like the game tries to tell you to progress. Like it's I guess same with Zelda and stuff, where it's like they give you the sense of urgency, even though the whole like if you want to have a fun experience with the game, you have to ignore that.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if maybe their plan was just like do it all in the end game, but then they give you extra stars assuming that you've already got all the moons before you beat the base game, you know? Swing! Fuck
It's all a
this guy.
matter of
Fuck him.
how complete you want to be.
How complete you want.
Oh man, Victor,
be.
did
Yeah?
you are you hype?
Hold on. Save whatever you're hype about
Oh,
for the next episode
Oh.
of Did You Propose.
Okay.
You gotta leave them on a cliffhanger, Hope. You gotta
It's-
keep people wanting more. You gotta keep them coming back.
All right.
Oh, I didn't.